All right, before we start, look at the screen and focus on what we see. There is a dark background, and right in the center, we have a nice card that looks modern, clean, and professional, with soft color lights in the background like purple and pink. And around the card, there is a glowing border that moves slowly, making the card feel alive and active. Inside the card, at the top, there is a clear title, and under it, a short text that explains what the card is about. Then below that, there is a list with check marks, where each check mark is a small SVG icon inside a purple circle. And at the bottom, there is a big button with a smooth color gradient and a soft glow that looks clickable. Everything you see here is built using only HTML and CSS, with no JavaScript at all. And now we are going to build this step by step together. But before we start, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more new videos. In this example, we begin with the HTML structure, and everything starts inside the body element, which holds all visible content on the page. And inside the body, we place a div with the class card, which acts as the main container that wraps everything related to the card. Inside this card, the first element is another div with the class card border, which does not hold any text and exists only for styling, because later in CSS it will be used to create the animated glowing border around the card. After that, we add a div with the class card title container, which groups the title and the description text at the top of the card, and inside this container there is a span with the class card title that holds the main title text, which says explosive growth. And even though it is a span, we later style it to look like a heading. Right under the title, there is a paragraph with the class card paragraph, which contains a short description that supports the title and explains the content of the card. After the title section, we add a horizontal line using an HR element with the class line, which works as a visual separator between the title area and the list below. Next, we create an unordered list with the class card scored list, and inside it we add multiple list items, each using the class card list item, and every list item follows the same structure, starting with a span called check that wraps an SVG icon, which draws a check mark shape and stays sharp and clean at any size. And right after the icon, we add a span with the class list text that holds the feature text. The first item says 10 launch weeks. The second item says 10 influencers post. The third item says 100,000 views. The fourth item says 10 Reddit posts. And the final item says 2 hours marketing consultation. And with that, the list structure is complete and consistent. After finishing the HTML, we move into the CSS and start from the top, beginning with the body, where the height is set to 100 viewport height so it fills the screen. Display is set to flex. Justify content is center, and align items is center to perfectly center the card. The font family is set to Inter, and the background color is set using a dark hexadecimal value written as #0E0E0E. Next, we style the card itself and define custom properties for colors, including white, black, paragraph text, line color, and a primary purple tone using HSL values. Then we set the card position to relative, display to flex, flex direction to column, gap to 1 rem, padding to 1 rem, width to 19 rem, and the background color using HSLA. On top of that, we add multiple radial gradients as the background image, which creates soft, colorful glow effects across the card surface. Then we round the corners with a 1 rem border radius and apply an inset box shadow to add depth. We then style the card border element by setting overflow to hidden, pointer events to none, position to absolute, z-index to -10, centering it with top and left at 50%, and translate -50%, and making it slightly larger than the card using width and height calculations with a linear gradient background and matching border radius. After that, we style the card border before pseudo element by setting empty content, fixed position, high z-index, centering it, setting its size, applying a purple gradient background, and adding a rotate animation that spins smoothly over 8 seconds, with keyframes that rotate a full circle. Moving on to text styling, the card title uses a 1 rem font size and white color. The paragraph below it has a small top margin, limited width, small font size, and light gray color. Then the divider line is styled to be thin, full width, and clean with no default border. The card list is set to flex in a column with spacing. Each list item is a flex row with centered alignment, and the check icon is styled as a small purple circle with a centered SVG inside it, while the list text uses a readable small font size and white color. Finally, the button is styled to look clickable with a pointer cursor, full width, rounded pill shape, gradient background, white text, no border, and a soft inset glow shadow that gives it a premium premium feel. With that, the full HTML and CSS come together to create the final animated card design. And that's the video. So if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe because it really helps. Keep practicing, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.